Hey, what is going on, you elite Lechonk? Today, I'm showing off my first take on Ethan's Typhlosion in the post-rotation perfect order format. Before we jump into though, and I break it all down, huge shout out, of course, to Dragon Shield for sponsoring the channel. If you're not familiar with them, we all know them and love them for their card sleeves, but they have a bunch of different other card game accessories, deck boxes, playmats, stuff like that. If you're looking for some recommendations for the card sleeves, I prefer their matte style of sleeves, but they have a bunch of different styles over there. Dual mats, classics, non-glares, you name it, they got it. And so many colors to choose from as well. I'm fond of the blood reds, the tangerines, the magentas, but if those aren't your style, they have something for everyone over there. Check them out, dragonshield.com. A link, of course, will be in the description, and code AzulGG will get you a discount over there as well. So Ethan's Typhlosion didn't lose that much, honestly, to rotation. We lost like Pidgeotix, if you prefer that style of build. But I think the most successful build of Typhlosion we ended up seeing was kind of a no-engine style. We still have Dracloak, which was a pretty common partner with Typhlosion so far in its lifespan in the standard format. We still have that option. Don't have the Pidgeot anymore. I've opted to start initially here with a no-engine build, and so far it's been pretty good. No major complaints from me. I do have a 4/4/4 Typhlosion in the deck. I did start out with 3 Ethan's Typhlosion, which isn't uncommon to be included in the deck, but after quite a few games, I realized that I was constantly having to try and find that last Ethan's Typhlosion. And I just felt like I needed the 4th one because I didn't want to have to have to find Lana's aid or a Night Stretcher to find it, and I just kept running into situations where I needed it and it was prized, or I'd already gone through 3 of them. So just making it more convenient for myself. Put the 4th one in there. You can Poké Pad for it, you can Ultra Ball for it, and we still have recovery if we need that as well. Currently opting for 2 Tatsugiri. This might be a little bit overkill. I did add a second one here because I did find myself fairly often pushing this into the active in the early game to set up and get going, and if that becomes my opponent's first knockout, it being such an important Pokemon to have in play to continue to find powerful supporters we need turn to turn, I didn't want to have to find Night Stretcher or play Lana's aid to recover the Tatsugiri, so I've just opted for 2 for right now, but it might be overkill. This is like one of the final changes I made to the build as I was playing with it, so going back down to 1 wouldn't be terrible, obviously. I got Fezandipiti in here, of course. Meowth, I really like the idea of the Meowth deck. I don't actually think I used the Meowth a single time in any of the games I played, but I really like the idea of the Meowth for closing out games. We do play 4 Ultra Ball, of course, so our access to Meowth is pretty high, so it can help us play the game and help us close out the game, or help find what we need in the middle of the game as well. I do have the Genesect in here. I've been loving this in basically any deck I can just kind of fit it into, and because we don't have an engine in this deck like Dracloak, or you could use Zoroark as well. Trade with Zoroark is not bad. We don't have any of that going on. We have a ton of bench space available to set up stuff like the Genesect or the Shaymin, or utilize the Victini with its Victory Cheer. So we got Air Balloon in here already because we need the mobility for stuff like Tatsugiri, or just so we can move stuff around, so we can attach to Typhlosion for turn and not attach to retreat. So I upped the Air Balloon count to 3. We went with a high count here because we do have the Genesect, and the Genesect made its way into the deck. But yeah, one of my favorite cards to try and include in basically every deck right now is the Genesect. I think it's just so powerful if it can fit in the deck, and it makes sense in the deck. And in this deck, we already play a ton of tools, we have the bench space for it, and we have tons of way to find it as well. 3 Poké Pad, 4 Ultra Ball. Shaymin to protect our bench, Victini to help with our numbers, Victini plus Brave Bangle, or Victini plus Gravity Mountain with 4 Ethans in the discard pile. Does KO Dragapult. It's basically, maybe only for the Dragapult. I can't even think of like another matchup where the Victini matters that much. I guess we can hit 170 on like a Meowth with 2 Ethan's Adventure in the discard pile, but shouldn't be that hard to get a 3rd in the discard pile unless it's like an early game boss type situation. So yeah, it doesn't hit as many numbers as it used to, I don't think, but the Victini's still worth keeping just for the Dragapult matchup, even if it's just for that. 4 Ethan's Adventure, of course. I also have 4 Lillie's Determination in here, and we actually want to try and be using Lillie more often than Ethan's Adventure. Ethan's Adventure tries kind of fills the gaps for when we don't have a Lillie, but most of the time I have found myself wanting to just use Lillies. And I think a big part of that is now that we have Poké Pads in the deck, we can more consistently find our Quilavas and our Typhlosions without having to play Ethan's Adventure. So we can just like bonded by the journey to search for the Ethan's Adventure and then just Ultra Ball them or Secret Box them away. And like playing them is just way less relevant, and playing Lillie just to see an 8 new cards is just so much more powerful for setting us up for bigger plays later in the game. So yeah, we definitely want to be playing Lillie more than we play Ethan's, but of course we're not going to have Lillie every single turn of the game. So Ethan's kind of fills those gaps. 2 Boss's Orders, this feels pretty comfortable. 2 Lana's 8 and 2 Night Stretcher for the recovery. I'm still haven't like fully fleshed out the recovery line here. I think we definitely want at least one Lana's Aid, but I could even see maybe us getting away with just like 4 Night Stretchers as well. That would be something to test out. Lana's Aid, very, very powerful, but it feels a little slow sometimes to utilize, especially if we don't like find Genesect early. Then it turns into a situation where we're going to get unfair stamped in a lot of matchups, and then finding specifically Lana's Aid while still being able to pull together the bigger plays is like not possible. So I could just see playing like 4 Night Stretcher being better than playing any Lana's Aid, to be honest. You can maybe cut all the Lana's Aid. Sacred Ash, I don't play Sacred Ash in here. I think it's a little bit slow. It's a little bit hard to find as well. We don't play Arvins anymore like we used to. We have the Secret Box, which can help us find our item cards. And I do play One Team Rocket's Petrel, and I've actually really, really liked the Petrel to find those key cards. Most of the time, just finding a Secret Box, though, I'm not going to lie. Just using Petrel for Secret Box is pretty powerful. But yeah, the recovery in general, I'm a little bit unsure about. I think Sacred Ash is a little bit too slow. Lana's Aid is great, especially in like the one prize matchups if we can get ahead in the prize exchange. But overall, we just need to kind of aggressively recover our Cyndaquils and build them back up into Typhlosions. And Lana's Aid sometimes feels like it's a little bit too slow, especially in matchups like, I don't know, like Grimmsnarl or Dragapult, or maybe even like Mega Lucario as well. It depends if we're going for like 1-hit KOs or 2-hit KOs. Against the Mega Lucario, I guess it's fine to be a little bit slower as long as we don't fall too far behind to their early Soul Rock attacks. Because if we do, then we need to be taking those big 1-hits on the Lucarios. We can't afford to 2-hit KO Lucarios, especially if they play something like Wally or Scoop Up Cyclone. I do have one Kieran in here, and this allows us to actually get an effective 1-hit KO on Mega Lucario. This is our only way to 1-hit KO Mega Lucario. Kieran plus Brave Bangle does 340 damage if we have 4 Ethans in our discard pile to get the big 1-hit KO. Also, it does have the added effect of its first effect, switch your active Pokemon with one on your bench, which is cool up against all the retreat lock that's going around in the format currently. For the Pokemon search, 4 Buddy Poffin, 4 Ultra Ball. I do only have 3 Poké Pad in here. I started out with 4, but then eventually cut down to 3, added the 4th Typhlosion over that, because that is one of the purposes of the Poké Pad. I just felt like it was a little bit overkill. Like, once we use like 1 Ethans and maybe find a Buddy Poffin or something like that, like, we're seeing a lot of Pokemon really, really quickly, and the Poké Pads fall off very, very fast. Like, Buddy Poffin's great, because getting the Cyndaquils early, getting the Tatsugiri early, that's really important for just setting up and playing the game. But from there, once we use like an Ethans, we get all of our Quilavas in play, and other Ethans can get the Typhlosions, and then the Poké Pads specifically fall off really quickly. Ultra Balls still retain a lot of value throughout a game, because they can find Fez, they can find Meowth, or literally anything else in the deck, of course. So that's nice. Only 1 Rare Candy in here currently. I did start out with 2 initially, but then scaled it back to the 1. I could still see going back up to 2, especially if we want to be a little bit faster in some of those more aggressive matchups, like any of the Soul Rock Lunatone matchups, things like that. We want to be able to kind of keep up with. We don't want to fall 2 prize cards behind against them. Also, I don't know about going first or second with this deck. I'm kind of undecided. It just kind of feels like there's a lot of matchups where it's really, really bad to go first. Like the Pult matchup, it can be bad. The Soul Rock Lunatone matchups to get a turn 1 KO with a Soul Rock, that feels really bad. But then there's some matches where it feels kind of bad to go second, like up against Grimmsnarl. I'd rather go first against Grimmsnarl, I think. Just kind of get the evolution edge against them. Same thing with, there's another matchup I played against recently that was just an evolution matchup where I was like, man, like Zoroark, stuff like that. I'd rather go first for sure. So yeah, when you go the wrong thing with this deck, it feels worse than most decks in the format. Most other decks in the format, it's like, I want to go first, but I went second. It's not that big of a deal. This deck actually feels like a lot more punishing to not get the right call on first versus second in the matchups you want to go first versus second against, in comparison to a ton of other matchups in the format. We do have the 1 redeemable ticket in here, of course. It shuffles our prize cards, puts them on the bottom of our deck. Then we take the top cards of our deck equal to the number of prize cards put to the bottom of the deck, and we put those back into our prize cards. And this allows us to gain access to any potentially prized Ethan's Adventures or Typhlosion pieces. That can be a big deal if we just prize a couple Quilava or Typhlosions or even a Cyndaquil. Getting those out of the prize cards can be a big deal to keep our flow of Typhlosions going throughout a game. Secret Box, of course, as that A spec. 3 Air Balloon, 2 Brave Bangle. Could see a 3rd Brave Bangle being worth it. Probably not. 2 is probably enough because we also have the Gravity Mountain here. And most matchups right now, the damage modifiers mostly only matter against Dragapult. Like, slot boxes, I mean, being able to get 1-hit KO a Kangaskhan is nice, of course, and we can do that with a Brave Bangle plus 4 Ethan's Adventure. But besides that, Grimmsnarl, I guess Grimmsnarl is another matchup where we need the Brave Bangle or the Gravity Mountain, but sometimes they help us out quite a bit with their own Frostlass as well, so we don't need too much modification to actually take the Chaos on the Grims. So it really is the Pulp matchup's really the big one where we need those modifiers. And then 5 basic Fire Energy. This was like another card. I was like, I don't know if I want to increase this or increase the Typhlosion count, but after increasing the Typhlosion count, the 4 Typhlosion feels great. Could still see going up to a 6th basic Fire Energy, but honestly, I'd probably add more Night Stretchers before I did that. 5 feels like like the comfort. Even in games where I like prize 2 of them, it still feels like 3 is enough. We have double stretchers, we have Lana's Aid, and we don't have to take that many KOs throughout a game to win a lot of the current matchups in the format. We need to take KO like 3 2-prizers. So we might only need 3 Fire Energy to begin with, but usually in the early game, we might use an Ember. We might want to retreat into Tatsugiri. So an energy or 2 will get caught up in just kind of maneuvering our Pokemon around. But with the Redeemable Ticket, being able to free up our prize cards, that doesn't become a terrible situation in the late game as well. With that said, let's jump into some action. I'll show y'all how the new take on Typhlosion works. Oh no, Garchomp? Not the Garchomp. Gotta get him with that Bedingus off the rip here for sure. Oh my, that's Juice. Juice prize? Why is he prized? Can I KO this thing? No. My dude. My dude, what are you doing? How much damage does Quilava do? Attach to the bencher. I kind of just want Lillie's. Ethan's is like fine there, but seems unnecessary. It is 40, okay. They play a lot of Judge. See, I don't know what A-Spec they're playing. Like, do I want to get Genesect involved already? I have the Air Balloon, so I could. You have KO with Victini, right? No, Victini's only evolution Pokemon. Evolution Fires. I have Tatsu and Genesect. I just don't know what A-Spec they're playing. I think you assume Neo Upper, right? Maybe. That's what I don't know. Do I? I don't know. They've got that Grand Tree build. Yo, they might have that Grand Tree, though. See, this is a matchup where I think actually going first is probably better. Yes, but like I don't want to by accident. I don't want to not by accident. I don't want to end up going second against Polt at the risk of going first in this matchup. I would prefer to go second against Polt for sure. So it's like not worth the risk, I feel like. Ooh, get that first prize card off the rip. That's pretty good. Not gonna lie, that's not bad. We're cooking. Candy. I only play the one candy now too. That's actually egregious. Top decking egregiously. And I got the Lana's 8 to back up. Oh my gosh, it's too smooth. It's too clean. Buddy Blast. Oh, I should have bonded by the journey there. Oops. Literally the best attack name in the game. The Buddy Blast. I want to keep this Ethan's. I want to keep my 4th Ethan's in the deck as long as I possibly can. So next time I can go Lana's Aid for. Oh, just the whole lineup, yeah. Because I didn't have a Quilava involved. And then just knock out the. Or I guess it's going to be Punch the Garchomp, right? Yeah, okay. What do they do? Oh, I guess they could have. Okay. Are they just punching my active for a hundo? That's so bad. Are they going to. Are they about to buster? They're gonna bust? With a 1-card hand? What the fuck? I feel like that is like I don't know, it just seems kind of bad. I don't know. But I mean, I guess if that's like the best play they got, I actually don't know what else they would do. I can't see their hand. Honestly, 4 Poké Pad in this deck might be like hella overkill with like... I'm kind of like realizing how quickly all these Poké Pads are just going to be dead. The answer is like pretty quickly. I could probably cut at least one of the Poké Pads. The Ultra Balls are necessary. The Buddy Poffins I feel like are probably necessary. But then even then, I don't even know how important the Buddy Poffins are either. We have like... Well, the Buddy Poffin... Well, we could maybe go down to 3 Buddy Poffin, I guess. I could see that being fine, to be honest. We have these in Adventure. Gotta find Genesect and Shaymin somehow, though. Yeah, we still have 4 Ultra Ball. I have 4 Ultra Ball. I can keep some Poké Pad count. If you pair Typhlosion with Alakazam, Poké Pads are useful. Yeah, I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. Don't bring that type of energy around here. I'll go for the Spiritomb KO here. The Harlequin? Okay, that works. That works technically. I would like to just Lana's 8 again here, to be honest. Let me see if I can find Lana's 8 off the Tatsu. Ooh. Hold on. I'm definitely going to set up the Genesect now. If they play Unfair or New Upper, it doesn't matter. I just want to take it away from them. Typhlosion in the deck. If I rip Lana's 8 off this, I'll play it. I don't think I want a Secret Box out of this hand quite yet. I'll just play the Ethan's Adventure this turn, and that's fine. Boss option is strong. Alright, let's chill. Too few grass decks today, right? What do you mean? I want a cup with 4 Harlequin Chomp this weekend. I mean, that seems good. Is Harlequin for sure better than whatever the alternative is? I forget what the other card's name is, but better than that card. Confirmed for sure. No doubts. Lucian. Oh, Judge. I guess, or Lucian. Lucian should be in the conversation, actually. I didn't realize Lucian was different. We draw back to 6 no matter what you flip. Well, yeah, but so then it just comes down to like how disruptive we're being, right? We're trying to maximize our disruption. This game is cooked. My opponent is... They're done. It's over. Back it up. Gee, what am I giving up here? How much am I doing? I'll get an item as well. Jesus, man. They're just juicing me. I'm just gonna take that to burn it, I guess. I don't know. I could have grabbed Kieran there, I guess. Buddy Blast. What was your Lucario end score? I have no clue. What's Meowth's goofy ass doing in the deck? What do you mean? Meowth's broken. Ultra Ball for Kieran, Ultra Ball for Boss, Ultra Ball for Petrel for Secret Box. Here, 23 months there, Mr. Nick. I could even see playing 2 Meowth in this deck, to be honest. Meowth seems insanely good in this deck. What was your Lucario win rate? I don't know. I don't remember those things. Something. It was something. I definitely won some games and lost some games. For sure. I mean, we only have 9 cards left in the deck as well. Wait, things are kind of happening. We're kind of cruising. I will say the one thing with like this style of build and with playing 4 Poké Pad, although I don't think we need 4 Poké Pad. Oh no, the burst, bro. I don't want to get bursted, bro. Don't do it. Nothing I can do about it now. This is a situation where going second is like a little bit better, but it's probably honestly not that much better. All right, we're getting bursted here. It's not good. I priced 2 Typhlosions. Restricted and Draco not a good duo with Typhlosion. It's okay. I would never play the Dragapult in the deck though, personally. Grass Energy and what? I have no clue what they're playing. Soul Rock, is it like a Raging Bolt deck? Grass Energy, E-Switch, Soul Rock. The only thing I think of is like some kind of Raging Bolt. But this deck pricing 2 Typhlosion is worse than 2 Ethans? No, pricing 2 Ethans is definitely worse. Dude, what am I up against? No. It's a really good top deck. I kind of want to get Tatsu because I'd like prefer to Lillie next turn, to be honest. I could go like I prize in Ethans. Okay. I don't want to put the cat in play, obviously, so I could go like this. Tatsu. This gives them a boss target. I guess I could have just like not benched Cyndaquil or Tatsu this turn to not give them a boss target, actually. That would have been actually interesting to do. Oh, but they still Badoo. They can still KO my Badoo. They can still get a prize card. For some reason in my head I was like, now they can't get a prize card, but no, they would just KO my Badoo. So I may as well like play. If they're gonna boss this turn, they're like setting up that much less, right? They already don't have basics in their hand, so unless they just chose not to put them in play last turn, I guess, which is possible. Lucario plus Iron Leaves. Is that a thing? What am I up against? What is this? There's got to be some kind of Raging Bolt, right? It's got to be some kind of Raging Bolt shenanigans. Nothing to grab, right? Yeah. Oh, I have to should I just Fez for 3? Leaving this in play seems really, really bad. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to not Fez this game. I go knockout, they go knockout. Yeah, Fezzing just seems really, really bad. I should try and avoid it, but I don't know if I can. We need the Tatsu to live there, to be honest. We need Tatsu to, like, save us here. Maybe benching the Tatsu was a misplay just because they could Gust. I didn't need it this turn, but I need it the next turn. I really wanted a Lillie this turn. It would have been really, really good to Lillie this turn. Just be like that, I guess. It's just like some kind of... It's like Soul Rock Lunatone slop box or something. Soul Rock Lunatone slop. Interesting. Oh, it's just Raging Bolt, right? It's like Raging Bolts. Yeah, Raging Slop. Was there a reason to push up Quilava to avoid them taking a prize card? I mean, I could have. I just think there's like too high of an odds that they'd still get a prize card anyways, and then I'd lose a Quilava. Losing a Quilava is like pretty bad. Even losing a Cyndaquil there is like really, really bad. So, yeah, I don't think I could really sacrifice like Cyndaquil or Quilava there. That'd be too much to give up. Okay, they got some shenanigans working. Okay, hold up, hold up. They're cooking, they're cooking. What are they attacking with here, though? Oh, it's gotta be the... They have to have the Passimian attack here, right? Does that mean they have a boss? If they're attacking with Kangaskhan here, we can just KO. We can 1-hit KO Kangaskhan. Oh my god. Never mind. Dude, fuck. What I need was Genesect. I need Genesect. See, that's why we gotta play Lillie, so we actually like draw the cards and play the game. Still winnable. Still winnable technically. Hide behind Badu for a turn. Need top deck something, I guess. I can still win in 2 attacks. Could I get off this? Ticket. I get ticket. I get access to Ethan's. I can only hit him for 280. I don't know. Secret Box TWM, Pollen, Prey. I don't know. There might be a better play here. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It all seems terrible. Is Ember the only viable way to play Ethan's Macargo? No, the better way to play is probably with Ethan's Ho-Oh. Neither build is probably good, but playing Ember over Ho-Oh sounds terrible. Not gonna lie. I'm out of water. No water, can't KO Kangaskhan, bro. It's all ruined, man. Yeah, Ho-Oh's got to be the better way to play the card. Ember is just like way too slow. What? I cannot believe they just attacked with Kangaskhan. Dude, all they had to do was not attack with Kangaskhan, and I just lose. I could not believe that just happened. Retreat to anything. It's like impossible for me to win the game. Oh,
I can't do that.
Oh wait, do I not have a Typhlosion left? Oh no, but it'll go into the deck. It'll go into the deck. We're chilling, we're chilling. My Typhlosions are prized, but they are no longer prized. Bang bang boom. Sure. 3-7. If I play this, I just get to discard 2. Don't really care. They still have 1-2 prizer in play and go after. Makes it harder for them to go wide and get rid of all their liabilities, right? In Pow. No, maybe I'd actually helped them there. Now they could get rid of all the liabilities, the 2 prize liabilities. No, but they don't attack with the 2 prizer, they lose, so. Oh, I actually need the Brave Bangle here. I didn't realize I needed the Brave Bangle. For some reason, I thought I was doing 2. Oh, I was thinking about Victini. Holy sh! I could not believe my opponent did that. All they had to do was retreat. The Ogerpon. If they retreat the Ogerpon, I probably can't win. Well, I have way more options to make it so I can't win. It's not 100% true, but it would have been harder. Oh, no! Into the bride. All right. Respect. Since I played with the... Yeah, since I played with it. I don't have any new thoughts for it. So what ladder rating do games go from a walk in the park to actually being challenging from your experience? Oh no, it's not something I keep track of. I just play the game. Gee, who? Prism. There's gotta be some kind of slot box, right? What? Why would they get lot? Like what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, who? I'm actually not sure how I want to approach this. Actually, an Ember sets up for a Buddy Blast knockout next turn. Ooh. Yeah, sure, I'm down. My follow-up currently is kind of weak. I will need something off the top deck or the prize cards to continue to play the game. Actually, that's not true. I could just KO. I can literally KO 3 2 prizes out of this hand in a row. Yeah, I don't need anything else. Like, this is all I need technically. We'll see how it goes. Oh no, no! But they can't do it. There's no way they can do it, right? They're sobbing. Okay. Oh no! This is awkward now. Ooh, that is insane. Okay, ready? Quilava's Secret Box knockout. What is this draw? Why is this so bad? There's not a single Quilava in sight. What is this hand? I'm Buddy Blasting for a hundo? 110? No tot. I prize double tot. Dude, fuck this game, bro. What is this draw? Oh my gosh. That is so bad. And I prized double Tatsu. On top of everything else, I just prized. There's 2 Tatsugiris are prized. What the fuck? That is just so egregious. Boss Shaymin, 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 boss Shaymin. Yes, just boss the Shaymin, please. Yes, boss Shaymin, do it. Yes. Oh my, that's so good for us. I have so much time. Let's go. I don't even understand why that play is good. They could have got Crispin and just KO'd my active or something, right? Oh, we're back, baby. Let's go. Prize in Ethan's, but that's fine because it doesn't really matter for this matchup. I have all my Typhlosions. I do, so I can just evolve them all up out of torrential pump range. No Crispin and Prism slot? No, they still play Crispin, don't they? I'm pretty sure they do. They just also play Prism Energy. Relying solely on E-Switch sounds so bad. There's no way they don't play. There's no way they don't play anything else. There's no way. I don't believe you. You're lying. Horde, the swarm. Some lists run 4 Prism and that's it? That's it? 4 Prism Energy? Well, it's not that list. They play basic grass energy. So, that's not this list. Ends plan, maybe? Oh, they could have Ends plan, I guess, to like be their alternative way to move things around, yeah. Sure. You have any thoughts about the Dunsparce control? No. No thoughts. My Grass and Prism. Oh, now you're changing your mind. Like, what's next? Crispin? Do they also play Crispin? Like, come on. Oh, they play the Monkey Dory. That does make things a little bit more awkward, but we have a pretty good board to handle it still. And they have 0 cards in their hands. I'm still feeling pretty good about our situation. What's next? Crispin? But they have a 0 card hand. Like 0 cards in their hand. Sorry for the dumb question, but would neutralization zone work for this deck? Yes, hypothetically, in the way that you're thinking that it would work because it's a single prize deck, but no, because the card is just bad and every deck has a counter for it. I just want the one that's most damaged to be in the active, right? That's right. Run away, coward. Your cowardice disturbs me. Here, buddy. I appreciate the tier 1 there, Jacob. Welcome to the Rat Pack. Watch out for Briar. Actually, though, but they discarded it, right? Yeah, they discarded it. Not actually anymore, but could have been. Another cat. Oh yes, another one. But of course, Yeah, this has got to be cooked. There's just no way. I don't see how we'd ever lose here. I mean, they could even if they find unfair stamp, like how would we lose? Even if they could find unfair stamp, which I don't even know how they would do that. Watch out for 2 Briar. The second Briar. Oh, Mind Bend. Yeah, sure. Actually, though, I guess that is a play. Not a very good play, but technically it's a play. It's annoying. I like have to play around Sob still, right? Like I have to play as if Sob could happen. Swinging. Oh, I could have played the Ethan's Adventure there, actually. Well, actually, I don't think there was an energy in the deck. That's what I would have wanted. But just getting in the discard pile to play around like a Kangaskhan getting set up at some point, I guess, was probably worth it. Or I have a Kieran in the deck, though, as well, to play around. Oh, there we go. There he is. Maybe I should have just played a Lana's Aether to put up Fire here. Like, just recover Fire Shaymin. I don't know if I'll need the Shaymin ever, but it's possible. 3-benching Tatsu, not good here. It probably would have been fine. I guess the Sob's not as good for that. They can't like actually set up a big board with Sob because they don't have Monkey Dory, right? Yeah, it probably was fine to do it, to be honest. Yeah, I could have actually just benched stuff here and it would have been fine. I can just outlast their Sob. Like, they'll KO my Pokemon eventually. The Sob is only scary if they have Pokemon in play that... If they have damage in play that they're Monkey Doring to my side while they're sobbing, but they don't have that available, so... What is that play? What are they setting up? What is that? Why would they do that instead of just taking both KOs? What the fuck are they playing for? Yeah, so I could even go like this. It's like 100% fine. I actually want to know what they're cooking here. Like, what? Devo play? Could be. They could be Team Devo and me. They're probably just cooking nothing, to be honest. The answer is they're not cooking anything. So you're locked into NAIC registration in 40 minutes? I am, yeah. I'm locked. I'm gonna be heading off. I'm heading off soon so I can fully lock in. Start doing some hand exercises. Gotta be fast. Can they Sob block you again? Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They'll KO the Pokemon eventually. The problem with the previous Sob block was they had damage in play. They could start to Monkey Dory to my side of the field while they were Sob blocking me.